But the problem is that these new content creators on YouTube, if they make bad videos and they're not getting proper feedback on that, yes, this video is bad, guess what's gonna happen? They're never actually going to become bigger YouTubers because they're not going to be able to fix the problems that, you know, that they're having. Because the only way that you can really figure out if something is good or bad, or if people like it or dislike something on YouTube, is whether or not people like it or dislike it. You can extrapolate from view count and likes ratio? Not really. The thing about it is that the likes ratio and things like that on videos, like how many likes per view or whatever, can be so heavily skewed by very small things. Like asking people to like the video will make them like it significantly more than if you didn't do it. The only case where that isn't the thing is if it's a very, very, very well-made video. Or a video about something that people are very opinionated about, where you agree with their opinion. Some part is the YouTubers themselves can still see the dislikes, so the protecting the small creators thing doesn't even do anything. Like I said before, it's not an obvious thing that you can just see at a glance, right? You actually have to go seek out that information. You have to go to a specific section of your YouTube channel to be able to see that information. The thing about it is the whole angle where it's like, oh, they're trying to protect corporations. If you ask anybody that's actually like a part of, you know, like marketing industry and thing like that, they don't care whether or not you dislike or like something. They care whether or not you engage with it, right? Like giant corporations do not care if you, like if the press, the media, whatever the coverage that they get is negative or positive. There's also been a ton of studies that have gone through that have shown that negative attention to things eventually wanes, and it's just replaced with your brain knowing that thing, right? So say like Coca-Cola did something really bad, right? And a bunch of people just hated Coca-Cola for like a couple of months. Well, after a while, you're gonna forget that you hated Coca-Cola, but they're gonna be stuck in your brain a little bit more just because of the way that human nature works. Everyone would also allow for cementing existing YouTube channels and make it nearly impossible for small channels to grow without the like-dislike feedback, right? It's not impossible, but it definitely makes it harder because people aren't going to know if they're doing things right or wrong. I really don't like the idea of like the whole like PC culture kind of thing, where not the sense of everyone needs to be nice, but the sense of that people need to not give criticisms, right? I think that's something that is going to make humanity softer and weaker as we go forward. The avoidance of criticism is just going to make people weaker. It's not going to help us in any way. The thing about criticism is that sure, online criticism can be different, right? Like I get it, I understand it. Sometimes criticism is just going to be backhanded compliments that don't actually do anything. It's not going to be objective criticism, right? Like someone coming onto your random like Twitter, Twitch page, YouTube, and just going, haha, you suck, loser, bald. That doesn't do anything for you, right? But at the same time, if you start getting it to the point where people feel pressured to not give those kinds of feedbacks, you're going to start getting this situation where people are going to be doing things that are not good, or that aren't doing well, or they're doing something that everybody's like, yeah, no, that's not cool, but they're gonna feel scared to say it to your face. And that's kind of the way that things are going, I feel, and it kind of worries me a little bit. Because the thing that I've always felt, and the reason why I feel that my content has done as well as it has over the course of time, is that I have always tried my best. I've not always succeeded in this. I've always tried my best to be open to criticisms. Genuine criticisms, right? Not like, you know, the haha bald thing. I've always tried to see from other people's point of views. Like if someone says something and they think that I'm doing something wrong, or that I should improve or can improve in some way, I do at least attempt to take them seriously and attempt to find, you know, the thought process behind it and make sure that I'm doing things as best as I can. But YouTube apparently doesn't want that.